Hello everyone, this is coadb.com, or the Coat of Arms database, and today we are very briefly going to discuss about 10 different coats of arms that belong to Dutch families. But before we get started, we wanted to let you know that we offer ancestral and genealogical research services where we are able to trace your ancestry back several hundred years and decide whether or not your ancestors owned a coat of arms. If you're interested in learning more about your ancestors and heraldry, please visit the link in the description. The first coat of arms to discuss is that of Albarda, and we know that Jan Albarda was the grandson of Jan and Lisbeth Tjallinghs. He became a notary and administrator in Friesland. His descendants studied law and held positions within the magistracy. Now, pictured here next to the coat of arms is one of his descendants, Jan Albarda, born 1797. Next we see Adriana Janke Albarda, born 1822, the daughter of Jan, and she married a Baron van Sytzama. And thirdly, we have Ferdinand Marius Albarda, born 1870, who was a mayor of Usquert, Boer, and Zuidlaren. The family's arms is blazoned, quarterly first and fourth, or a stag's head gules, second and third, Azure, a crescent argent surmounted by a trefoil of the same. Next we have Ameshoff. The Ameshoff family held position in the town of Bentheim at the end of the 16th century. One member, Arnoldus Ameshoff, born 1689, son of Herman, was involved with the East India Company. Shown next to the coat of arms is Louis Hammerster Ameshoff, born in 1781, a wealthy merchant who was an administrator and politician. Next we have Henriette Ameshoff, born 1740, the wife of Jan Both Hendriksen, who was a jurist and member of the Assembly of Notables. And lastly, we have a picture or a oil painting of Louise Henriette Ameshoff, born in 1815. The family's coat of arms was blazoned Azure, a tower gules, two swans natural on a sea of vert in base. Third, we have Binkies. Binkies family. Admiral Jacob Binkies, shown here, was born in 1737. He was a Dutch naval officer whose most important achievement was the reconquest of New Netherlands in 1673. We also see Angina, who was the wife of the admiral. And lastly, we see a descendant of this family, Johann Wilhelm Binkus, born 1828, who was a scientific naval officer. Family's coat of arms is blazoned coupe, first parted, Azure, a crescent argent, gules, three halberds above, or a lamb natural on a terrace vert. Fourth, we have Cambier van Newton. And here we see Wilhelm Hendrik Joan Cambier van Newton, born 1810, a notary and mayor, who was the son of Sebastian, the Lord of Hoenkoop. And here we have Nicholas Frederick Cambier van Newton, born 1892, a Dutch politician who is the mayor of Zaltbommel and also the mayor of Tiel. Family's coat of arms is quarterly, first and fourth, a staff of music between or, a hart gules, and gules, a flanchus or. Second and third, vert, 3 birds argent, above a greyhound sable. Fifth is the Clant family. Clant is a name of a family of chieftains and squires from East Friesland and the Omenlanden who have played an important role in the history of the Dutch province of Groningen. Otto Clant, born 1566, was a Dutch squire. In 1586, during the 80 Years' War, when the Spaniards attacked Friesland, Otto Clant did not surrender. He had entrenched himself in the church of Boscombe. The Spaniards offered him mercy, but he persisted in fighting. He wrapped himself in his banner and was thus stabbed. And next to the family's coat of arms, we see Edward Jacob Clant, born 1584, a Dutch squire from Groningen and chieftain of Nijenstein. And secondly, we see Adrian Clant, born 1599, a Dutch diplomat who helped negotiate the Peace of Munster in 1648. The family's coat of arms is blazoned, or a benvert charged with 3 fish natural placed in pail. The sixth family to discuss is Van Barley. Jan van Barley, born 1555, was a wealthy merchant and had the family coat of arms depicted on the grave of him and his wife. He was the father of 10 children, including Susanna, who is shown here. Susanna was born in 1599, and she was a Dutch writer, best known for her long poem, Dag Werkt. She married Constantine Huygens, the secretary to the princes of Orange. The family's coat of arms was blazoned or 3 bars sable, 3 squirrels proper on a chief argent. Seventh family to discuss is Van Berkel. Van Berkel is a family from Noordeinde of Berkel that settled in Delft in the 17th century and made a fortune there and held numerous administrative positions there. The proven lineage begins with Adrian Vigers, who is mentioned in the year 1554. One of his descendants, seen here, was Bartholomeus van Berkel, born 1665, a brewer and brandy roaster, who was the first of the family to hold board positions in Delft. There was also Martinus van Berkel, born 1700, also a brandy distiller, and Gerard Franz Wilhelm van Berkel, born 1906, the mayor of Voorhout and the mayor of Noordwijk. Family's arms is blazoned quarterly, first and fourth, azure, 3 mullets of 6 points or, second and third, vert, a lamb argent on a terrace or. Eighth is Van Stoke. The Van Stoke family is from Bentheim and is best known as Rotterdam timber merchants and paper merchants that trace their ancestry to the year 1485. Seen here is Abraham van Stoke, born 1762, a timber merchant and alderman of the Ambacht Kuhl. Also shown is Jacob van Stoke, born 1787, and his wife, Sarah van Stoke, or daughter, perhaps, given the years. The family's coat of arms is parted argent, a lily pad vert with the frog or, second, gules, a compass, and tools or, above azure, a church argent. Ninth, we have Van Egen. The Van Egen family came from the West Flemish town of Kortemark and arrived in Amsterdam around the year 1650. They founded a bank known as Van Eegen & Co. Seen here is Christian Peter Van Eegen, born 1816, a merchant, philanthropist, and art collector. And here we see Peter Van Eegen, born 1844, a merchant. And lastly, Esme Adrian Van Eegen, born 1918, a Dutch resistance fighter in World War II who started an affair with a German officer. Blazon, Azure lamb argent on a terrace of vert. And the last coat of arms to discuss today is Mohens. The Mohens family traces its lineage to a man named Gilles Monens, who died in 1581. He came from Gulchum in West Flanders, and his great-grandson, Martin Monens, born 1737, settled in Middelburg, and after several generations, the family held numerous administrative and judicial positions within Zeeland. On the left, we see Petrinola Mohens. Petrinola Mohens was born in 1762. She was a blind poet and novelist who was known for opposing the slave trade and was in favor of women's suffrage. The family's coat of arms is blazoned gules, a chevron or between 3 trefoils, argent. If you enjoyed this video and would like to learn more about your ancestry and coat of arms, or if you'd like to purchase merchandise, ancestral research service, or high-resolution JPEGs for $13.99, please visit us at coadb.com, link in the description. Thank you very much.